Students, in last video we have seen that is about the structure of the ovule. Then today we see that is about the megasporogenesis. So what is means megasporogenesis? That is the formation of the megaspore, that is haploid megaspore from the diploid megaspore mother cell, that is the megasporogenesis. Okay, in last lecture we have seen that is the microsporogenesis. Microsporogenesis means what? That is formation of the microspore or the pollen grain from the microspore mother cell. That is microspore mother cell is diploid. Okay, and from which here microspore which is produced, that is the haploid microspores are produced. So in the anther, that is in the pollen sac, when the microspore mother cell divides by the meiosis, it produces the 4 haploid microspores which are in the tetrahedral tetrad form. Okay, and these microspores then again get separate after maturity. Okay, so here the microsporogenesis which takes place inside the pollen grain, that is the formation of microspore, which is known as microsporogenesis. Today we see megasporogenesis. So this megasporogenesis process, it mainly occurs in the megasporophyll, that is inside the ovule. In last lecture we have seen how the structure of the ovule. So inside the ovule there is the formation of the megaspore mother cell. Okay, and this megaspore mother cell divides by the meiosis and produce the haploid megaspore. It is known as the megasporogenesis. Okay, so next see that is about how the megasporogenesis takes place, and from the megaspore, that is from the haploid megaspore, how the development of the female gametophyte takes place. So here see that is about the development of the female gametophyte. So we have seen the development of male gametophyte, that is from the microspore or the pollen grain. Here the development of female gametophyte, it mainly takes place, that is inside the ovule, that is from the megaspore mother cell. Okay, so see that is we have seen the structure of the ovule in which there is the nucellus like this. Then again it is covered by the integument. Okay, like this structure, that is there is the integument. So here the structure of the ovule, and here the nucellus. Okay, so we have seen that is here the nucellus, it mainly made up of the parenchymatous cells. So these parenchymatous cells are always diploid. Okay, so here in the nucellus, so in the ovule, that is we have seen that is here is the chalajal end. Okay, that is here is the chalaja, and here is the small opening of the ovule, that is the micropyle. Okay, so it is the micropylar end. Okay, so towards the micropylar end in the nucellus, that is the one cell becomes functional. Okay, and it acts as the megaspore mother cell. So see that is here, it is the megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell. Okay, so this megaspore mother cell we can draw here, that is here is the megaspore mother cell. So this megaspore mother cell, it is the diploid. And this megaspore mother cell which is present inside the nucellus. Okay, so here actual division takes place inside the nucellus from this megaspore. Okay, परंतु आपण काय केलेलं आता हा मेगास्पोर इथं बाहेर दाखवलेला आहे. ठीक आहे, ऍक्च्युअली डिव्हिजन ही न्यूसेलसच्या आतमध्येच होती. कशा पद्धतीने होणार आहे बघूयात आपण. So this megaspore mother cell diploid, it divides by the meiosis. It divides by the meiosis. Okay, so we have no, that is about after the meiosis, that is the 4 haploid cells are produced. After the mitosis, 2 diploid cells are produced. Okay, so here when the meiosis takes place, that is the megaspore mother cell, from which here the 4 cells are produced. And these 4 cells are the haploid megaspores. These are the haploid megaspores. Okay, so here see, that is, this process is known as megasporogenesis, that is formation of haploid megaspore from the megaspore mother cell by the meiosis. It is known as the megasporogenesis. So here megasporogenesis takes place and the 4 haploid megaspores are produced. But these megaspores are arranged in linear tetrad. Linear tetrad, that is, they are arranged in the straight line. Okay, while we have seen, that is, when the microspores are produced inside the pollen grain, they are produced in the tetrahedral tetrad. Okay, that is, they are produced like this. This condition is known as tetrahedral tetrad. But here the megaspores are arranged in the straight line, that is, they are in the linear. Okay, so 4 microspores are produced, so they are known as tetrad, but they are arranged in the linear manner, so it is known as the linear tetrad. Okay, so here the haploid microspores are produced, out of which here the 3 gets degenerate. 3 gets degenerate, and one which is towards the center of the nucellus, it becomes functional. Okay, so see, that is here the one functional megaspore. It is the functional megaspore. Only one becomes functional. Okay, 3 gets degenerate. 3 gets degenerate and only one becomes functional. So it is the functional megaspore. So what happens, that is, this functional megaspore again divides by the free nuclear division. Free nuclear division means only karyokinesis takes place. Cytokinesis does not take place. So karyokinesis means what? That is, there is the division of nucleus. Okay, so see, that is here from this one functional megaspore, here the first karyokinesis takes place, that is known as the mitosis first. So here 3 times mitosis takes place, that is the pre-nuclear division takes place, 3 times mitosis takes place. So after the first mitosis, here mitosis first, what happens, that is, only the free nuclei are produced. See here, there are the 2 nuclei are produced from this single nucleus. Then again mitosis second takes place. After second mitosis, there are the formation of 4 nuclei. So that is, from this nuclei here 2 nuclei are produced, from this nucleus again 2 nuclei are produced. That is, there are the formation of 4 nuclei. Then again the third mitosis takes place. So after third mitosis, here the 8 nucleated structure is produced. So it is the 8 nucleated structure. So see, that is here the 4 nuclei are towards this telogal end. See here, that is, Here is the chelagel end, here is the micropylar end. Like this here, there is one chelagel end, here is the one micropylar end. Okay. So the 4 nuclei gets arranged towards the chelagel end and 4 nuclei are arranged towards the micropylar end. So out of which what happens that is here. So the 3 nuclei they gets arranged towards the chelagel end and then again the cytokinesis takes place. Okay, so at this chelagel end 3 nuclei gets arranged and then again cytokinesis takes place means wall formation takes place around this nuclei, that is cell formation takes place. So these are the 3 antipodal cells. Antipodal cells. Then one nuclei from each polar region. See here, that is from this polar region one nucleus migrates center, this polar region one nucleus migrates towards the center. Okay, so here the 2 nuclei are arranged at the center and they gets organized into the cell and produce the secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus. So this secondary nucleus, it is mainly the diploid. 2n, that is the diploid, because there are the 2 nuclei are, so it is the diploid. Then the 3 nuclei which are towards the micropylar end, they gets organized into the 3 celled structure, out of which here 2 are the smaller cells and one middle cell is the larger cell. So this middle cell, which is the larger cell, it is known as the egg. It is nothing but the female gametophyte. Female gamete, egg cell. It is the female gamete, which is the haploid. Okay, and here these 2 are the smaller cells. These are known as the synergids. These are also the haploid. These antipodal cells are also the haploid. Okay, so here this egg and this synergid together, it is known as the egg apparatus. It is known as the egg apparatus. Okay, and this whole structure, it is known as the female gametophyte. So this female gametophyte, it is also known as embryo sac.